Today Show weatherman Al Roker. From the television show The O.C., Misha Martin. And musical guest Lindy Smith. With Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg 7. Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
Yay. Thank you very much. All right, yeah. Woo-hoo. And then an eerie silence that lasts an hour. We have, wow, sweet show tonight. You have no idea. You weren't at rehearsal because you like the drinky winky.
You had a rehearsal?
Manischewitz. We have an excellent show this evening.
Yes, we do.
And there's so much to talk about tonight. A lot going on, of course. I know a lot of you tuned in because I actually have the latest news on the big Super Bowl halftime show scandal. I know you want to hear this. People are still talking about that. That was insane looking. I was rip, and she was like, home? That was the fakest looking cover-up face she made. What? Well, today, Janet Jackson issued a statement apologizing for showing her breast at the Super Bowl. So she issued a statement, yeah. Yeah, not only that, Michael Jackson issued a statement asking, what's a breast? Curious. Apparently, he was very frightened by that. Man, 7 primaries today. I hope you all went out and voted in each and every one. Wait, that's illegal. True story, Al Sharpton campaigned in South Carolina, and friends say that Sharpton got angry when he drove past a house and saw a jockey statue on the front lawn. He got mad. Yeah, then the statue moved and he realized it was Dennis Kucinich. Yesterday on the campaign trail, former General Wesley Clark brought on stage a man who saved his life in Vietnam. Yeah. Yeah, the stunt may have backfired on Clark because the man was John Kerry. Tricky. How that works. The A&E Network. Anyone watch the A&E Network? Okay. Okay, that was a lie, clearly. One of you went woo about the A&E Network. I'll accept you. I watch that tons of it, but not woohoo! A&E, ow! Well, the A&E Network has launched a reality show called The Airline that takes place on board a real plane. Yeah. Yeah, apparently the show is really good, but it always starts 2 hours late. That's what I thought. And then I got to mention this, because this is sort of, you know, speaks to NBC earlier today. California First Lady Maria Shriver announced that she's decided to quit her job as an NBC reporter. She's leaving. Yeah, Shriver said she quit her job so she can devote all her time to figuring out what the hell her husband is saying. Yeah. What do you want, Italian tonight or Chinese? That's the most accurate impression anyone does of him. That's from studying his voice for hours. That's exactly what Arnold called me to complain about my impression. He's like, you do not impression.
nicht die Laufen, ist da nicht die Gefrieden da.
I was like, what is that? That's true. He's complaining. Wow, I burst a blood vessel on that. Blood is just leaking into my boot right now. Sweet show tonight, we really do. I like our lineup. A very excellent show. This guy is beloved. I don't know why, but all of America loves this man. Today's show weatherman Al Roker is on the program. This marks his... How many times has he been here? This is a big night. This is his 1,000th appearance on this show. This is really very nice of him to be here. We also have from the television show The O.C., the beautiful and talented Misha Barton is on the show. Do you watch that show? The O.C.? O.C. I'm obsessed with The O.C. I watch that show all the time. I want to be one of the kids on The O.C. No, I could be. I swear to God, I could be. A little work on my face, I could pass for 18. I'm talking about an 18-year-old girl. I want to play an... little work some other places do. And then musical guest tonight, we're thrilled, Mindy Smith on the show. It's a good show. Mindy Smith is here. Whatever, Max Swanberg, Max Swanberg said, Max, good to see you. Thanks, Max.
Yes, sir.
Fellas. Well, we have a lot of show tonight. Before we get started, though, I did want to mention something that I think has to be mentioned, which is we were not here doing shows last week. I was actually in Toronto. We're doing a week of shows next week in Toronto. Thanks, one person who cares. And they're wearing a parka, too. So we were there, and we were shooting pieces for our Toronto show. So we were not on the air last week when Jack Paar, former Tonight Show host, passed away. And got to talk about this very briefly, but it must be mentioned. Jack Paar, probably one of the 3 or 4 most brilliant people, I think, ever to work in the medium of television. I think he really, to a great extent, created the format that everyone else is, including myself, are gleefully ripping off all these years later. And I just wanted to say that he was, I read a lot about Jack Paar, and of course much has been written about how brilliant he was and great. I just wanted to also mention on a personal note that in addition to helping create this format that I've enjoyed so much, that's made my living possible, he also was very kind to me personally. I got to know him just a little bit. We weren't close friends or anything, but early in my run on this show when things were difficult, he was very encouraging to me. He wrote me a really nice letter in which he told me he thought that although at the time it didn't look like this show was going to go very far, he said, I think that this show is, you're doing a good job and keep it up. And later I got to go to dinner with Jack Paar and his wife Miriam, and it was one of the best nights I think I've ever had. I got to sit with him for several hours, have a great meal. He picked up the tab, which was nice because I didn't have a lot of money in those days, and I don't now. But he and his wife were very nice to me, and so professionally it's a loss, and personally it was a thrill to meet this man and to get to know him and to experience his generosity, and also I want to say on behalf of everybody here to his family, to the Paar family, that we're very sorry and we offer our condolences. And actually just point out, since day one we've had Jack, this is, I think, since the first show we did in 1993, Jack Paar was one of the photos that we had up here on the wall. And the photos, actually, I don't know why, but it's a photo of him dressed as an ice cream man, I think. I don't know. I always felt like there's so many great photos of Jack Paar, but it's just nice to know that he's been here and will continue to be a presence here on our show. So our best to their family and our condolences. It's a little difficult to talk about someone as talented as Jack Parr and then segue into your own comedy because you can always pale in comparison to the kind of work he did. But you got to do it. I got an hour to fill. That's what I do, and I'm a monkey.